Republic, and now we turn to His Excellency Chandrikapersad Santokhi, President of the Republic of Suriname.
Yes. Thank you very much, distinguished moderator. Distinguished participants, good afternoon. At the outset, please allow me to acknowledge the initiative of the Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, to focus on the transformation of education. I take it that you will agree with me that education is the key to unlocking developmental potential, and that it provides the condition to break the intergenerational cycle of poverty. Education transformation should also serve strategic objectives of a nation and also the world. We live in an uncertain times with many concurrent crises: food insecurity, inflation, high energy costs, climate, and the COVID-19 pandemic. In these uncertain times, we have to take firm and bold steps to modernize our educational system to create better citizens in a knowledge-based and ICT-driven society. We must amend our education to deliver expertise and skills that fit the needs of the private sector as well. While our commitment remains to transform our education system to serve our needs and aspirations, this crisis creates a setback in much-needed investment. Chair, in my country, Suriname, we made some important policy interventions, including the provision of financial incentives to keep school fees at a minimum to ease the heavy financial burden on families. A pilot project is being implemented for a school feeding program. To increase access to higher education for students from rural and interior areas, special housing was made available since higher education facilities are only located in the capital of my country, namely Paramaribo. To facilitate and strengthen the capacity training and courses, we established focus on development-oriented education as part of the professional development of the teaching staff. In this development-oriented education, explicit attention is paid to multilingualism, equality, cultural diversity, and the physical and mental health of the child. An important aspect of transforming education is the renewal of curricula, new learning methods, and materials, including textbooks. To support nation building in a multi-diverse society, it is equally important to preserve our norms and values through cultural learning. The pandemic exposed the gap of the minimal digital advancement that persists in the education system to support distance learning. Attention should therefore be paid to availability and accessibility to digital infrastructure. Learning materials for distance learning were developed during the COVID-19 pandemic through content production of video lessons that were aired on television and discussed during radio programs. Supporting materials for the different subjects were also developed to stimulate learning through play. Telecom companies made free data available for students, and with the support of bilateral partners and international organizations, equipment was provided. And to address educational exclusions, the inequalities, the engagement with civil society and the private sector through public-private partnership is critical. In this regard, youth-led organizations provided assistance also in some remote indigenous villages, to support primary education. Noteworthy is that Suriname has offered 10 hectares of land to the youth of the Caribbean region to build an innovative campus for students to study modern technology, climate change, food security, etc., in close cooperation with the international science community. Suriname also dedicated in the 2022 budget more resources to educate our youth in the field of energy, how it is used in an efficient, sustainable, and responsible manner. In conclusion, Mr. Moderator, I appreciate the innovative, multi-stakeholder approach in transforming education that will contribute to sustainable development. I commend the contributions of the youth to shape the transformation of education, and I have taken note of their input through the Youth Declaration. The future, ladies and gentlemen, the future depends on the youth of today and tomorrow, and the decision we will take today. And your involvement and support is going to be critical for sustainable development. I thank you, and may God bless you all. Thank you.